I've done a lot of work for other artists, like I said, most notably Tom Petty, and that kind of is where I make my living. And then I decided to do my self-indulgent solo album, and that's what we're listening to now. Uh, but my self-indulgent solo album did get nominated for the 2024 Immersive Audio Album Grammy. So in 7 or 8 days, we'll know. I'll be happy to graciously watch someone else pick up the award. But the fact that it was nominated, it's quite an honor for me. So then, in terms of recording the things we recorded, I have a big living room in my house with 20-foot ceilings. I ran mic lines to it, so I use that as a studio. The drums that you're hearing is a guy named Stephen Ferroni, who is a drummer for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and Average White Band, and just a phenomenal drummer. So that the space and the power of the drums is really a big part of this album for me. And the way he plays and the room we recorded it in really adds a lot to it. Most of it was recorded in that one living room, but it was overdubbed. I didn't have enough money to have these guys all show up at the same time. So I made the demos, I mapped it out, and then I brought in the musicians one by one to add the parts.
You conceived and recorded this with Atmos in mind, right?
Yes.
So how did you go in with a plan of where you were going to put stuff?
I came in with a plan that I was going to do a lot of stuff and have a lot of parts in different places. There certainly are parts that were more kind of central, and there are parts that were more kind of extra parts. Because a lot of stuff is overdubbed. It's not like you're listening to a live performance. You know, the drums are live, and so the drums are pretty much spaced out, where you can hear the drum set, and the room mics are in the back, and the front mics are in the front. But I'm really trying to make it like an experience where the vocal's still in front of you, and the main parts are kind of towards the front, but there's a bunch of stuff that other parts that happen. And then there's one place where I overdubbed the drums to reinforce this riff, and those are behind you. So it's just a matter of kind of creating tension and creating drama where you can have it kind of focused in front of you, around you, and then all of a sudden it just goes into the heights or it goes into the rear. So you're just kind of choosing that how you use the palette. My favorite albums were the ones where you just put it on and you just took up like a 45-minute journey.
You seem to have a pretty solid layout of like where stuff is visually.
Right.
Are you did you have this set up as a template, so you just kind of map things to objects that kind of already existed?
Yeah. So what I just did an object bed, which is you take an object for the left, center, right, left side, right side. So you got 7 objects just sitting there. Right, and then you have 4 objects for the heights, right, and that's it.
And you just pan whatever you want to go to those.
Yeah.
objects.
So and the heights basically I have on Pro Tools, I have them going to a sub. So I have a quad bus for the heights. So anything I want to throw up in the heights, I can decide where I want it. Any track I can throw it in the quad bus. And then for the same thing for the 7.0 bus, which is the thing, I just pan using a 7.0 panner, where I want to put it. And I really don't. I mean, a couple times I do some panning, active panning, and usually in the quad bus, flying stuff around like bees above your head or whatever. But I don't really do all these objects, that people do. Like some people's Atmos mixes, you see all sorts of stuff going on.
Right.
I just keep it simple.
It can get tiringly gimmicky too when there's stuff flying all over the place.
Yeah, and it doesn't serve the music. If you wanna kind of like do something like that, then you can, if that's what the song is about. But for me, the songs are just about the lyrics and about the parts and stuff like that. So I love the idea of just having a guitar showing up over there, and then having an answer being there. Just where the stuff is placed in the sound field is enough for me. I don't have to, once it's there, have it do all sorts of stuff. And it also helps that the first thing that I ended up mixing in Atmos was Tom Petty's Wildflowers. And that's a very simple, stripped down record.
Right.
And if you were going to do something stupid with panning on that, you just screw the record. The record is all about just a simple, direct presentation of these songs, that are just distilled to their essence, and they're the most immediate things. So it was good. It was kind of good for me to have that be my trial period.